Is it possible we expect too much of our bath mats? On the one hand, we expect them to be super absorbent, suck up all of the water that falls off of our bodies every time we step out of the shower or the bath. And then somehow, magically, the bath mat is supposed to release all of this water and be perfectly dry and fluffy the next time we go to use it. It seems like our expectations here are just a little unrealistic. You can choose a cotton towel-like bath mat that's super easy to wash, but then it slips all over the place. Then you go and buy a bigger, fluffier one with some kind of rubberized backing to avoid the slipping, but then how do you wash it? That, my friends, is the bath mat conundrum. I came across this bath mat. It seems to solve all the problems. It's super absorbent, it's light and fluffy, but despite the fact that it has a rubberized coating on the back and therefore is resistant to slipping, it's also supposed to be, at least according to the instructions, machine washable and machine dryable. This I gotta see. If you want to see how things turned out, stay with me till the end. For now, let's get going. So I'll put some chapter markers in this video so you can skip ahead to the review of the bath mat if that's all you want to see. But I think it's important to go over why you need a bath mat and what they're there for. The first thing is safety. A wet floor is dangerous. Slipping on a wet floor when you get out of a bathtub can really ruin your day. So if the first step you take when your foot is wet and you're off balance, stepping out of the tub, if that first step is onto something that's not moving, you're way safer. A proper bath mat is going to absorb all the water that comes off of you and won't let it spill into the corners or the cracks. Ultimately, over time, in theory at least, that protects you from having to do a renovation or a repair. The other thing is comfort. I live in Canada. I wake up pretty early to go to set and shoot something. 4 in the morning, when it's dark outside in the middle of February, that bathroom floor can get pretty cold. A bath mat certainly makes it more tolerable and more comfortable. And the last thing is style. It's basically a rug for your bathroom. A rug can take a room and really lift its look and make it feel cozier or warmer or brighter or more inviting. Bath mats do that for your bathroom too. So I think the average consumer should consider all 4 of those things when they're looking at purchasing a new bath mat. I had heard that the classic cotton bath mat from LLBEAN was pretty great. I was a little shocked at the price, especially given what it was, but I ordered one anyway, and I really like it. I ordered what they call the single sink version, which is 21 inches by 34 inches. It's woven with 100% cotton. It uses really thick 1-inch loops, which are designed to give you more absorbency. I was curious about how absorbent it would be, so I took a cup of water, an actual cup, like from my kitchen, a baking cup. I filled it with water, I dumped it on the mat, and it completely absorbed the whole cup. I didn't even get it centered in the middle of the mat. It still absorbed the whole thing. Flipping it over, you can see it doesn't actually make it through to the back. The whole back is coated with latex, so it doesn't actually seep through. It just sort of stays in the thick loops of cotton that the bath mat is comprised of. And the crazy thing about it is they say you can machine wash it and machine dry it safely. That one kind of threw me. It definitely has a latex sprayed backing, so I was confused because generally speaking, I don't put latex in the dryer. So I called them. And while the instructions for washing and drying this are not on their website, they do have them if you call the call center. And this is what they said. Machine wash cold, separately, mild detergent, no bleach, and tumble dry on low. I asked how low is, like what's the temperature? They didn't have an answer for me. But low it must be. They suggested after I give it a dry, give it a good shake to fluff the pile back up. And after all that, I'm supposed to be just as good as new. I mentioned to the person I was speaking with that a lot of people want to wash their bath mats like weekly. So after 52 washes and 52 dries, should I expect this bath mat to still hold up? I was told yes. I was also reminded that LLBEAN has a 1-year satisfaction guarantee based on normal wear and tear. And if I followed the instructions I was given over the phone, it should last. So armed with all that knowledge, I decided to give it a go. I threw the bath mat into the washer at the prescribed settings, and then when it was wet, I threw it into the dryer, also at the prescribed settings. First thing I noticed pulling it out of the dryer, little flecks of latex all through the pile. Oh no! And then I flipped it over and you could clearly see the latex was starting to come off. So did it all come off? No, but is it a mess? Yes. I called LLBEAN. I said, hey, what's going on? I called yesterday. I got these instructions. I followed the instructions to the letter and my bath mat is kind of falling apart. So in the end, awesome bath mat, looks beautiful, soft underfoot, very comfortable, probably one of the best bath mats I've ever owned. The whole washing, drying thing, not so much. Having said that, LLBEAN has one of the best return policies in the business. They took it back, they refunded everything, the shipping, the cost of the bath mat, and they actually asked me to put a note into the box so that their return center could process and examine the mat, try to figure out what went wrong. So at least there's that. So I don't know what went wrong here. Did I have the dryer on too high a low setting? Can it just not really handle any washing or drying? I'm not sure. But this copy of this bath mat did not make it through one cycle of washing and drying, and I was being really careful. Could it be just this particular one or this batch? I guess it could. But at least they tried to own the problem, they're trying to fix it, or at least they're telling me they're trying to fix it, and that's more than a lot of companies these days. But at this point, I'm still on the search for the perfect bath mat. If you have the perfect bath mat, let me know in the comment section below. And if you have this bath mat or another bath mat, one you like better, or a terrible horror story of bath mat craziness, leave it all in the comment section below. I want to hear your stories. But otherwise, until next week, take care, stay safe, have fun with your DIY projects, and I'll see you next Saturday.